Hello, my loves. Welcome or welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Welcome to the family. I am so honored to have you. If you are returning, welcome back. I have missed you. Okay, my loves, I am super duper over the moon excited to do this reading. Timeless Flux Tarot, Sabine with Timeless Flux Tarot emailed me shortly after my collaboration with Celtic Fairy Tarot to propose me doing a collaboration with her. And it was through, a lot of reflection time and going through some of her videos that I realized how we were able to really flow together, to bring our energies together for both of our collectives, because we have very different collectives. And I love that. We both were picking up all this heavy energy, and it was much like the beginning of my collaboration with Lexi, where we were picking up these heavy energies, but where Lexi and I were seeing the guiding light, Sabine and I were both really tapping into this need to lighten everything up, to bring more discernment, more awareness, and then to just bring this sense of adventure. And it was through this energy, tapping into the pure essence of Sagittarius energy, of that adventurous, expansive nature that is Sagittarius season and Sagittarius energy, that we came up with free falling into adventure. So we want to free fall into adventure. Sabine is doing part 1 of this collaboration, and it's all about clearing the fog. We have all collectively been in this like chaos and confusion just everywhere, just kind of overwhelming everything in our lives, in our awarenesses. I've seen it myself personally. I am seeing it through my interactions with my family members. I'm seeing it with my clients. I have seen it interacting with different readers as well. And that is such an important thing for us to realize, is that we have the capability of finding clarity in this, finding and utilizing discernment. So Sabine is covering that in such a beautiful way. So make sure that you check out her part of the collaboration. And my part is going to be all about charting your course forward. Now, throughout the month of December, because we are doing an energy of closing down cycles and chapters and opening up new beginnings and new pathways and new doorways, because we have that closing of the calendar year. I am working with angelic Reiki, and we are on my channel. We're working with a lot of Reiki energy. But there's a lot of angelic energy that I have felt lately. And I've been seeing angel orbs a lot going everywhere, like all over the place. I literally saw one in the sky this morning. It was so beautiful. And I feel so strongly like there are such high power light being energies. And I just saw 3:33 on my clock. So that is literally like high ascended master energy. And deep confirmation of this message is that these energies are here to really help uplift the collective, to really get us out of the trenches, out of the confusion, out of the cloudiness, out of that fear mongering that is going on, and help elevate our awareness, elevate our vibrations, our frequency, really help elevate the world in and of itself, help remind us of our connection to Mother Gaia and to each other and to the higher realms, and to see beyond the fear and the illusions, and to be able to move forward in our journey, seeing the truth. And I love that because we're actually working collectively with the Halo symbol, or the Halo energy within Reiki. And the Halo energy is the second symbol that you learn when you are learning Karuna Key Reiki. It is associated with Archangel Raphael, and oftentimes it is associated with psychic protection, but not psychic protection in the ways that we really think about psychic protection, like drawing in calling in the, like drawing down the moon, drawing down the sun. You can do those for protections. Casting a circle, you can do that. Calling in the elements, that's a good way of doing any kind of psychic protection. But because we're working with Archangel Raphael and the Halo symbol with this psychic protection energy, this is a lot about realizing that when we sense any kind of lower vibrational negative energies, we can acknowledge that we're sensing it and ask for help. Archangel Raphael is coming forward really strongly, and I just feel this like warm, gentle presence. And I can feel it in my heart chakra. It's like a warm blanket being put over my heart chakra, and I love it. And it's this energy in the sense of, come to me and allow me to show you how you can give this energy back without it being a negative return. Send this energy back with love and thanks. Give thanks and gratitude to the energy for teaching you about your own inner strength, about your own truth, your own personal truth, inner truth, and about how it helps you on your journey, and send it back with unconditional love. And you release yourself from the burdens of that heaviness, but you're also sending healing to somebody else. And you don't even have to be attuned to Reiki to do this. It's about the intention behind it. If you are pure of heart and pure of intention and you send that, that really does help uplift the collective in great and profound ways. And so that is one aspect of what Archangel Raphael wanted to really cover with the collective as we move forward in our journeys and move forward out of the year of 2022 and into the year of 2023. The other part is about clearing blockages. And when we have any kind of blockages internally, those blockages can create cloudiness, can create illusions, can create fear. And I know this myself because I check in with my chakras once a month or so. I probably should do it more. Arguably, I should do it more because I can feel my guides being like, yeah, remember last night when you like found a couple of off-kilter energies in your chakras? Maybe you should do it more often. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are right. But one of the biggest things with Archangel Raphael and the halo symbol and checking in with our chakras has everything to do with personal accountability. And this is such an important thing in my own life and the people that I surround myself with. And after working with the collective energies that I work with on literally a daily basis with this channel, I have so much pride in each and every one of you guys because I can feel how much accountability you take. I can sense that there are needs for revelations to come in with your awarenesses at times. And I really do know that you guys are very open to receiving those moments. And the more that we take personal accountability for our own path without taking too much accountability in the sense of like taking on other people's other people's pains, wounds, traumas, burdens, energies that we're not meant to take, the more that we own only our own and step into our own energies here and then say, okay, I recognize that this person is going through this and I empathize with them, but I'm not going to carry it. That's actually you truly taking personal accountability. It's you standing in your power, and it's you saying, this is what I know is right for me. This is what I know is true to me. And I'm going to move forward in this sense. And when you do that, and especially working with the halo symbol, working with Archangel Raphael in this way, those any kind of blockages or, just like confusion and cloudiness within any of your chakras, it really does get knocked down and knocked out because you're sitting there going, I know that it's my job to handle my own energy. I know it's my job to take care of this. I know that I recognize when I need help, and when I don't need help, I ask for help. It's a really beautiful energy that I'm feeling that Archangel Raphael is really bringing into this message. And for the sake of healing, letting us all know that as we move forward, the more that we own our own path and own our own power and own our own journey, the more that we stand with grace and really, it's like pride without being egotistical. It's standing very firm and very tall and very proud in who you are in your journey and your choices, and being very graceful in doing that. When you move forward, the things that have held you back internally with your own empowerment and your own truths no longer hold you back. And we're going to be looking at what's going to be coming up next in your journey. So we're going to do some future prognostication here is the word I'm getting. So we're going to be kind of diving into the future. And because I don't often do future readings, I usually do like guidance readings for, what's going on internally more than anything. I do want to let you guys know that if any of these messages that you choose come out in a way that you don't agree with, remember that tarot does not dictate your future. Tarot is a tool, and my psychic abilities are tools that I provide or that I share with you in order to show you a certain path that I'm able to see that you are heading on that is a possibility. If it's a path that doesn't resonate, that doesn't feel right to you, or that you want to tweak, remember that you have free will and you have the ability to change what you are destined for. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock, and I love that. I love the energetic numerical confirmations of this reading. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So without further ado, and I am going to be channeling Reiki energy. You can choose whether you want to accept it or not. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you do choose to accept the energy, please remember to ground after this reading and make sure that you drink a lot of water for the next 24 hours or so and get a good night's sleep in order for this energy to really sink in and really help heal through everything that's going on. A lot of the energies that we're going to be working with for all 4 piles. So for anyone who watches this, and no matter when you come to this reading, even though it is kind of designed for the energy that we're in right now, it will apply at any point in time, because I trust that when you're brought here, it's when you're meant to be brought here. This halo symbol is going to be flowing through all the piles, and then each pile will have the addition of the symbols that we're working with for that energy to flow through. So without further ado, let's go over what the piles are, and then I will give you guys some meditation music, get you guys tapped in with your guides, with your internal awareness, your inner voice, your inner energies. Let your heart lead you, your intuition lead you, and I will see you at your piles. So pile 1, we have the card number 6 with the mountain, and we have Anshase Shonen. I trip over that every time. It is the distant Reiki symbol in traditional Usui. So we've got the distant Reiki and the card 6 and mountain. Pile 2, we have the card 36 with commitment, and we have the Seihai key, or the mental and emotional healing rune from traditional Reiki. On pile 2, we have the Iaba symbol, and we have the gentle gardener. And I was led to not talk about what these 2 symbols are, because these have like definitive names because they're the traditional, but these have so many varieties that we'll go over those in the individual tiles. So we do have the gentle gardener and the card number 2 with the Iaba symbol. And then we have the card 35 with education and the Tibetan fire serpent symbol. So I'm going to turn on some music. I'm going to mute my microphone, and I'm going to let you guys get in touch with the energies, get in touch with your guides. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. And thank you so much, Sabine, for reaching out, for the readings that you do, for coming back and really committing yourself to reawakening that passion and creativity, because your recent readings have been so off the chart for me. I am so, so honored to do this. So guys, let's get into the meditation, and I will see you at your piles. Hello, pile one. If you chose the first card, the mountain card, card number 6, as well as the Hanshase Shonen, I'm still saying that wrong, the distant Reiki symbol, this is your message about charting your course moving forward. So the way that I have this set up, and I do this kind of set up a lot with my channel, it just seems to flow really well so that we can connect all the dots. This side is clarity in the present moment. This side is faith in moving forward. And right here is where we're going to be finding keys to your creative inspiration. We're going to be combining these cards along with the Reiki symbols and Reiki energy, if you choose to accept it, for moving forward. So pile one, you guys have the distant Reiki symbol with the mountain, and then we're going to pair that with the Halo symbol. And instead of breaking them down separately, I want to actually flow all the energies together. And I have to give you guys full disclosure here. I did try to film your pile yesterday, and something about the energies felt so, it was like trying to channel through sludge. And so it was one of those moments where I channeled this beautiful message and I finished it. And for the first time ever on my channel, I deleted an entire recording. I deleted an entire piles recording. I deleted an entire introduction. And I'm telling you guys this because it matches your energy and what we're going to be working forward through to give you that inspirational spark, to give you that current clarity and that faith in moving forward from here. So that sludge energy that I felt yesterday, it was heaviness. I'd been talking to multiple readers and we all were really picking up on a lot of collective energies. But after I deleted the videos that I made yesterday and I said, you know what, I'm going to sleep on this energy and I'm going to come back to it tomorrow. It was like setting that intention cleared things up. It was like I projected clarity into the future. And when we're working with the distant Reiki symbol, as well as the Halo symbol, when you think about the fact that it felt like sludge, it actually felt like what I would call an energetic blockage to me being able to fully read your energy. That's us coming up to this mountain energy. When you come and you face a mountain in front of you, it's going to feel like a blockage, like plain and simple. It's going to feel like a blockage. And the mountain card talks about seeing another way to get beyond the mountain. It's seeing your way through the mountain instead of over it. Instead of going around it, it's mining your way directly through the mountain. And it's funny because I actually just did a reading that premiered last Saturday called Mining for Meaning and Finding the Blessing Within Every Lesson That We Do. And it almost feels like this is kind of this, now let's take the next step. So to me, I'm getting this kind of progressive energy, which happens a lot on my channel. But you guys have this kind of let's move forward energy, but it's moving forward in balance. It's moving forward in harmony. It's moving forward in the right mindset. When we do that, what you're being asked to realize right now is that you can take a step back when you come up to this mountain, when you come up to what feels like a blockage, because you're working with the Halo and the distant Reiki symbol. So you can actually do exactly like I did last night, where I stepped back and I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to come at this and feel more aligned, feel more centered, more balanced, more harmonious. And I'm going to have this clarity so that I can move forward in the right way. And when we're working with the distant Reiki symbol, it literally is the symbol that helps us to transcend time and space. And we can have this kind of spatial distortion in our logical brains in which we can be like, okay, but if I'm working with a Reiki healer across the world, how is that going to help me? And I just saw 444 on my clock, which is like strong indicator of angelic help for you guys. And I needed to mention that before we continue because it just like blasted into me. And you know, the funny thing is I actually saw that during the introduction. I didn't see it on my camera, but I did see it in my third eye. And so that tells me that your energy is like ready now, definitely ready in comparison. So when we're working with this distant energy, like I said, it can be hard for the logical brain to wrap itself around how doing something across the globe or across time spans can actually be effective. But energy does not follow the same rules and regulations that we place within this physical existence that we have. We can come into a more balanced and harmonious state and then find our own creative inspiration by realizing that creativity and energy and healing transcends time and space. And as it transcends time and space, so too does the perception of blockages that we can have. And when we take accountability by saying, you know what, I recognize that my logical brain isn't on board right now. And because my logical brain isn't on board, I actually need a boost of my intuitive, creative brain. I need a boost of that energy. So I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to choose to go within. I'm going to choose to rest, to kind of disconnect and separate myself from it. And from that point forward, it's like you are literally charting the stars. And every time I look at this creative inspiration card from the Creativity Oracle, and I don't know what it says on the back because I'm not 100% familiar with the cards, but to me, this is astrological. And it is the Pegasus. So it's literally like a divine gift of being able to transcend, to elevate. You know, horses run very far distances and they have a lot of power in their legs. But a horse with wings can go so much further, so much faster, and it seems to defy odds, defy reasonability, defy that logic. And that's really what we're here doing is as you move forward, you're going to be gaining clarity and holding firm to faith and moving forward in a way that does not necessarily apply to your logical and your reasonable brain. It's knowing that it's okay for that to be in existence within you because we all hold dualities. It's the same as you can look at a mountain and feel like it's such a long journey to have to go around the mountain. And it's such a long and arduous task to scale the top of the mountain and then have to go all the way back down. But reasonability and logic states, well, I have to do that because who mines all the way through the mountains? And literally, I'm literally hearing the word Moria. So it's like, remember that in the Lord of the Rings, in the Fellowship of the Rings, they go to the mines of Moria. And it's like, I'm actually seeing the scene where they're sitting by the door and they have all the elven runes and the riddle for how to get into the entrance of Moria. And you can sit there and stare at this mountain, at this blockage, at this feeling of sludginess of I can't get through it. You can stare at it as long as you want, or you can wait a night. Wait until you can see the moonlight and allow the moonlight, just like here, allow the moonlight to shine on the door, just like the moonlight needed to shine on the door for Moria. And realize that sometimes it's the simplest answer that is the best. It's like Occam's razor. And I know this is a bastardized version of Occam's razor, and I use that phrasing intentionally because it's how it feels. It's like Occam's razor, and the simplest way that we describe it is literally not exactly how it was intended, but it's the simplest answer is the best answer. The simplest answer is the right answer. When Gandalf and the hobbits and the, Aragorn and, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Gimli, I think it was. No, it wasn't Gimli. That's from The Hobbit. Anyway, when they were all together, when that fellowship was together outside of the mines of Moria, they were sitting there and reading like Speak, Friend, and Enter. And they were trying, obviously the logical argument is if you're a friend and you speak to the door, it will open for you. And that was exactly where Gandalf went. He went logical with it in a way, but Frodo took it down to the simplest. He said, well, what's the elven word for friend? And Gandalf said, Mela. And then the door opened. Sometimes it's just simply what it looks like. So if you're looking at something that is like, oh my gosh, I need rest. I can't wrap my head around this. I need to sleep. And you're like, but I have this blockage and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Your divine inspiration is literally to do exactly what you just said you need to do. Like, I'm tired. I need to sleep in order to move through it. Allow this illumination. Whenever we have a full moon, it's the sun shining. It's the sun shining on the moon to illuminate it. The moon isn't actually casting any light of its own. It's sunlight casting on the moon. And so this is really helping you see that when you allow for something else to cast a light on what you're looking at, there is that awareness that can come in. Allow the stars in the heavens to be your guide moving forward. Allow yourself to realize that there are guides in distant places at different times that can still help you on this journey, clear that sense of blockage, and show you where you can do certain things in order to help yourself. I personally needed a really good night's sleep. And even though I tossed and turned a lot last night, like my husband David literally was like, babe, you slept terribly last night. I feel rested. And when I woke up feeling very rested, I felt very fresh energetically. And that meant I felt very capable of tapping into other energies without feeling like I was moving through sludge, because my energy is pristine. And when you are looking at something in your life moving forward, it's about helping yourself move beyond that logical into the simple. So let's take a look at what this card means. We have transformation. Oh my God. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. And we've got the number 44. And I swear to you guys, I do not look at these cards, but we did see 444 as well. So 4s may be very significant. And that goes to your foundation, your roots, the structure of your stability and your strength in this world, in this life, in what you're doing. So this is saying that you are going through a transformative time right now. And it transcends time and space. It's a transformation that literally is going to change everything. So let's get clarity on that. And then we're going to look at faith in moving forward. And then we can see if I feel called to tarot cards. I've been getting this energy of just working with oracle cards lately. So we may just leave it at the spread that it is. We'll see. So, all right, we're going to start with the top. We've got go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. And then we have 13 with inner healer. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, we're going to keep moving forward. And again, look, 13 reduces to a 4. 4s are very significant to you guys. You may have Virgo in your 4th house. Let me see. Leo, Cancer, that would make you a Gemini rising. I had to track back. I have been doing that a lot. Usually I can just bring up the chart in my clairvoyance, but it's not today. All right. And then we have health. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of what my body, of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Oh, yes. I love this. And oh my God, we have Leo. That would put Leo in your 3rd house, or you could have a Leo 4th house, which would make you a Taurus rising. So what I'm picking up from this, the go outside card, the first time I filmed this message came through too, is please don't get frustrated during this time. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere and you are in winter, please don't get frustrated during this time if you see cards like this, because here's the thing with me, I used to get so angry when I would go to a pick a card and I'd hear the same thing. You need to go outside. You need to get into nature. And I'd be like, Spirit, I know this, but it's negative 30 degrees outside. Do you want me to walk outside and touch a tree when I don't have the proper winter gear? And it was like, Spirit's like, no, find another way. Find another source. Find another way to do this. So what I would do is I'd go and I would drop my kids off at school. I would pick my husband up for his lunch break because we have one vehicle. So I would do a lot of the runaround. So I was getting out of the house. And then in order to get that fresh burst of Mother Nature, I would actually simulate it using YouTube videos that are like ambiance or like 4K videos. One of my favorite ones is actually like a 4K Let's Travel Ireland video. And it's just like aerial shots of the entirety of Ireland with peaceful music playing in the background. And I would allow myself to tap into this. Or I would play ones where you can actually it's just the ambience of Mother Nature, where you're listening to a stream and a babbling brook and birds chirping, or you're listening to like a summer evening with crickets chirping. These videos, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere where you get kind of locked into your home because it's cold outside, these videos can be a saving grace. And if you allow yourself to see that the logical brain is going to say, this doesn't make sense because you're not actually in nature, your intuitive brain is going, I can connect with this. This is healing. This can heal my sense of self. This can heal my inner world. This can help me really build upon what I need to build upon to really step into my power, to accept my life and my body for everything that it is. It's like she's sitting there and she's nurturing this tree, but it's in a bubble. And that is how you can feel during winter, is like you're in a bubble. So the clarity that you need is knowing that you can get access to certain things during the winter months. It just has to come in a different way. And realizing that in the winter months, our human physical bodies do have this tendency to not have the best health. But health is in the eye of the perceiver. And so, for instance, right now I'm going through a health situation in which I have had a sinus infection for 2 straight months and have gone through multiple rounds of antibiotics and multiple rounds of steroids, and none of them have been effective. And so they have just put me on antibiotic resistant medications for this antibiotic resistant illness. And the first day of me finding that out was very, very traumatic for me. And then I remembered that I have the ability to heal in a different way. I have the ability to accept that this is just part of my journey. I knew this was going to be a part of my journey. And I literally had the intuition of this and the essentially the prophetic vision of this being a hurdle that I was going to have to go over. It would be a mountain that I would have to look at some point in my life. I had that 10 years ago. And thankfully, I had an entire decade before this hit, but it makes it hard to 100% accept your body when you go through health crises. But the more that you allow yourself to see different ways of healing internally by accessing things in your outer world, the more you're able to really shine out. Now with Leo, I'm actually getting a lot of sun energy. So one of the things that I am doing this winter is I'm actually using a sun lamp to help, because I'm able to start producing better vitamin D when the sun just doesn't shine as often during the winter time, and it doesn't quite pack the same potency. It's very strange to me because logically the sun is closer to the earth during the winter, like during January area, December, January area, it's closer to the earth than any other time. And yet it struggles to shine properly because of the winter season. So when you are in this state, there are, I know I think it's Meditative Minds, or no, Magnetic Mind. The YouTube channel Magnetic Minds has what's called sun frequency. So in the mornings, I will wake up and I will turn that YouTube video on for the sun frequency and like just crank it up, or I'll turn it on all my TVs because I've got multiple ones in my house. And I will turn it on all the TVs and allow that sun energy to really flow into my house, into my surroundings. And I will open the front door if the weather is nice enough, or if I have enough heat in my house to counteract it. I'll open that up to get fresh air in. There are different ways that we can heal the inner world, which actually helps heal our physical body as well. So the clarity that you need is knowing that there are alternate ways to circumvent certain situations. Now, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, obviously, like, this doesn't apply unless you're in the winter season and you have those kind of extreme weather. But what this is really talking about for clarity is knowing how to accept yourself, knowing how to allow yourself to heal internally and go outside. Even if you can't get outside, even if you feel like you're trying to grow something in a bubble, like you're trying to heal within a bubble, this inner healing energy, you're trying to heal your root within a bubble, and it's hard for you to get outside into nature. You can connect with nature in a new way. It's like mining through the mountain. Instead of looking at the mountain and being like, oh my God, if I have to climb to the top of the mountain, I'm not going to have enough snow gear. I'm not going to have enough oxygen. Like, I can't do that, you know, and I know I'm being very logical about this, or very, like, I want to say down to earth about it, but it's the same premise. Take that into a metaphorical. So you can't necessarily go outside, or you feel like you aren't safe enough to go outside. You can absolutely mine through that mountain, mine through that blockage, find a new way to heal by doing distant healing with videos like that. It's such a beautiful notion. And I got to tell you guys, I honestly have been doing this for 3 years now, 2 years. Well, 2020, 2021, 2022. Technically, it's 3 years. I can math. It's fine. So I've been doing it for most of the year of 2020, for all of the year of 2021, and for all of the year of 2022, using these different videos in order to connect with Mother Nature when I cannot actually go outside. Also, houseplants can help. And if you're like me and you have a brown thumb with houseplants, get bamboo. They're really hard to kill. Which was also a message that came out with the last reading that I did for this pile, like when I tried to do the other one. So I hope that you guys see that there are ways to gain clarity on healing. When you feel called to certain things, there are other ways around it. That's that mountain. That's that transformation. It's finding creative ways of moving through different energies and different times by using distance and different times to pull in the energies of healing that you need. That's such a beautiful, oh my gosh, guys, like, that level of clarity is so beautiful. I can't even tell you what it feels like right now. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, so let's take a look at faith in you moving forward. What do you need to have faith in moving forward? All right. We have abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. This right here, literally, it says, release the mental blocks. Release the notion that you have to climb the mountain and mine your way through it. I love that. Oh, we've got 36 with the ancients. Self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on spirit or the universe. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, spirit is my source and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. That's so beautiful. And then we have Ceres. And Ceres is an asteroid that is all about nurturing the foundation. And, you know, a lot of times people will associate Ceres energy with Taurus and with Virgo, both of which came through. So you may have a lot of fire placements. You may have a lot of earth placements. You may have Ceres in your Leo or Ceres in Taurus. And you can check that on astro-seek.com or astro.com. But for faith in moving forward, know that you have this abundance within your own energy. And abundance is it's not necessarily about financial abundance. It's about an abundance of spirit, an abundance of truth, of clarity, of peace, of prosperity, of knowingness. This is all about you having faith and moving forward. The ancients talks about your connection to all of these ancient times and places and the wisdom that you can access. That's that distant Reiki energy. It's being able to access all these different energies and all these different awarenesses and lessons and all the wisdom of the ancients, of the spiritual realm, of the spirit animal realm, of knowing that you are connected to all of that. And because you're connected to all of that, you're connected to all of those times. And that in and of itself is abundance. This self-sufficiency talks about how you don't have to hide away anymore, just like that inner healer here. Plus it says you don't need to hide away in a cave. And we were literally talking about the mines of Moria, which were essentially huge caves and caverns. And it's saying you don't have to hide out in there. You can enter and go through those moments and come out the other end, come out into that moonlight, come out into that healing, into that nurturing. Ceres is the goddess of grains and agriculture, of growing, of this earth. It's such an earthy energy. So you've got Leo, which is like the sun energy and strength energy. And then you have this nurturing groundedness. And what does the sun do? The sun provides life for the earth. So this is letting you know that as you heal your inner world and you really work your way through any mental blocks to what you can and cannot do, you allow yourself to go through this mountain, allow yourself to go through the gateway, through the portal, through the mountain, through this cave portion, and come out the other side, transcending and transforming the energy of fear and lack within you. You move into this awareness that you are abundant in nature. And abundance is all encompassing. We live in the most abundant universe and place ever because we're connected to everything and everyone and everywhere in every time. We all daily transcend time and space because they are merely constructs that we create in order to create mental blockages. You're being asked to enter into a partnership with spirit, with your own inner world, with your own life and health and nourishment, and with the ancients, and with this way and awareness that you can mine through this mountain. You're being asked to see that you have this abundance within you and that you can put this partnership with yourself and your spirit and your soul first, that you can put this nurturing energy into yourself. You can ask for help and receive it. You can see new ways of finding help and coming into a state of true health within yourself. So can we get just a little bit of closing guidance for pile 1? Spirit, what does pile 1 need to know to take that next step forward? Okay, we've got the devil here. See, here's the thing about this devil card. I'm going to move it up. Look, remember this abundance card talks about mental blocks. The mental blocks are going to tell you that the cage is closed. It's going to tell you, well, I can't go outside and get into Mother Nature because it's wintertime, something like that. Or I can't do this because I have to scale a mountain and I'm not prepared to scale a mountain. But the truth is that those cages are open. They're not actually trapped. You are not trapped. The blockages are merely constructs to keep you in one place. You can transcend time and space. You can heal yourself at a younger age by accessing the distant Reiki symbol. And you can set the intention for the energy flowing through this reading to go back to a specific time that you feel is causing you this energy blockage, that you feel is causing an impact on your inner health and your inner ability to heal. And then we've got the 2 of Pentacles, which is all about balance. And you did start with a 6 card, and the 6 energy is about balance and harmony and equal give and take and unconditional love. It's saying you can balance this out. We have 2 energies of balance because that's literally what these cards are showing me, but realizing that balance comes from within. It's not something that is given to you in the outside world, like here's balance. No, this is literally your inner balance brings balance into your life. As you nurture yourself, realize that you're not trapped. You're not trapped. It's only an illusion. So moving forward, you can heal yourself in whatever way. If Mother Nature is calling to you and you are in a place that you can't access Mother Nature, you can find another resource. You can find another alternative. Yeah, see, 10 of Cups. Because this, when you move forward and you say, okay, this is just an illusion, I can transcend time and space, you're going to get this burst of inspiration, this awareness that, hey, I can do all sorts of different things. I can fly here and fly there. I can access this and access that. We live in a world that we have information at our fingertips. We have different methods and techniques. It's about getting your mind on board with that. So as you move forward on your journey, you're literally learning how to have that clarity and that faith in your path forward, that you're not actually trapped by anything, that there is nothing holding you back. The devil is literally just the perception. And it's the perception that you don't have balance, that you can't harmonize this energy, but you do, you can. It is right there inside of you the whole time. And you don't need to hide away. You can do what is right for you and step into the truest nature of the fulfillment that you have. Moving forward, harness your happiness and be very true to you and your heart, and you will move forward in clarity. Remember that you are an ancient soul. You are an ancient soul. The premise of my channel is it's modern alchemy for ancient souls. You are an ancient soul. You are deeply connected to this earth. And that's why Mother Nature calls to you so often. But sometimes we forget that. We lose sight of that. So allow some new inspiration, new creative inspiration to help you, to assist you with this inner transformation, so that you don't see the mountain as a blockage, you see it as an adventure. And as you see it as an adventure, it's like, hey, I'm going to go on this adventure. I'm going to break free of the cage that I've been in. I'm going to balance these things out in my life. And I am going to really dive deeply into what makes me happy, what brings me peace, what brings me joy, what makes me feel as though my whole life is just color and rainbows and beauty, knowing that my heart is whole and healed, knowing that the truth of who I am is beautiful in every way, shape, and form. Okay, pile 1. This was beautiful. This energy flowed so beautifully. And I am so very, very appreciative of this. I want to say thank you so much for being here at this reading. I want to say thank you very much to your guides and mine for facilitating the connection between our energies. I want to say thank you so much to Spirit. Spirit, this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for always supporting this channel and the people and the energies that I get to read for always loving them and supporting them and being that reminder that they are nurtured and loved and supported by you, and allowing me to be your mouthpiece to bring that message and that clarity forth time and time again. I'm always so honored. So thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, pile 1. This is all I'm seeing for you guys. If this resonated, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming readings. In the description box, remember to go and check out Sabine with Timeless Pickacard Tarot and her Clearing the Fog. And it will help you get into where this clarity comes in the most. So she is actually considered part 1 of this collaboration. So if you watched this before, go and get that extra dose of clarity from her. It will really help you guys out. She's an amazing reader. She's got beautiful energy. And I tell you what, whenever I'm on her channel, I can literally feel the energy of Rio. And it's pretty great. So make sure you check it out. Her link will be in the description box below. Be sure to check the other links in my description box, links to donate to my channel, to book a personal reading, as well as to my author page and my second channel, Rising Sign Messages. Don't forget to check those out. And yeah, this is all I'm seeing. Pile 1, thank you again so much. I love you guys so much. I'm always so honored, and I will see you at my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the second pile, the commitment and card number 36, as well as the say hi key rune, say hi key symbol. See, I keep wanting to do that. Maybe you guys like really took to the runes that I have been reading over the past couple of months. Or you are drawn to runes. That could be something very strongly. But if you chose this pile, this is your message to chart your course forward. So Sabine with Timeless Pickacard Tarot is doing part 1 so that we can clear the confusion, clear the fog, and help get you into discernment. This is about moving forward. So I do have it set up very intentionally is the word that I want to use. Intentionally, where this side with these 4 cards are the messages of clarity for the moment right now. And these right here are messages of faith moving forward. And then this center and the symbols and energy are about your creative inspiration to harness. So I want to start with the 3 core energies, which is the collective halo, the say hi key, as well as the commitment card. Because with this pile in particular, and before we get too deep into this, I do want to let you guys know, if you skip the introduction, I am channeling Reiki energy throughout this message. You can choose to, you can choose to accept the energy. Sorry. I just felt like a huge suck of energy out, which is really awesome. I love feeling that because that to me tells me that a large collective of people have just been like, I would love this healing energy. And to me, that just fills me up. It just like makes my heart just like soar. I'm so excited. Okay. So yeah, if you want to accept the Reiki energy, by all means, you just set the intention to accept it. It's going to flow throughout the entirety of this reading. However long this reading is however long of a healing message you get, the message itself, but also healing energy, just to really help it set in, help you integrate it, and help you move forward in a clearer energy. With you guys in particular, I need to tell you the number one energy that I am picking up from your guides and from spirit is this high level of praise, pride, and great honor that they want you to understand is being bestowed upon you right now. So the say hi key rune is the second symbol that you learn in traditional Usui Reiki. This is the origin of Reiki healing energy in this world that we know of in the current timeline that we're living in as far as documented history goes. And the say hi key rune is known as the mental and emotional healing rune, but it's about balance and harmony. This is really about balancing the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows, the masculine and feminine within you and your life. It's balancing your past with your present in order to have a more fulfilling future. Now that with this commitment card, as well as the collective halo rune, is telling me a lot about you coming into a harmonization in your energy field. And with the commitment card, what it's telling me is that you have realized that your masculine holds the key and the feminine holds the star. So we've got a key here and a star here. And it's like your darkness holds the key to your dreams and your destiny. Your divine masculine is actually coming through as the shadow energy within you. So this is the energy that I feel like you've been really working on healing and harmonizing within your divine feminine. And divine feminine feels more natural to you in your energy field, what I can feel. And what I'm getting here is that you've really put forth a lot of commitment to bringing these two energies into alignment, into harmony, so that your dreams and destiny can be unlocked moving forward. And one of the things about the halo rune is it is about harmonization and balance of your chakra system, of your life, of your energies. A lot of what I'm getting here is that you have really put forth a lot of effort, even to the extent of harmonization of the brain hemispheres, which is also a lot of that say hi key energy. So I want you guys to know that it may have been a really long journey for you. It may have felt like it's been a very long journey of, kind of wishing and hoping and fighting and moving forward and then getting knocked back and continuing to go forward. But the commitment that you have put into yourself, into this healing, into expanding your philosophy on yourself, your life, your path, your purpose here in the world, that commitment that you have really put forth, that is something that your guides are really, truly acknowledging. I did want to go over some of the energies that I picked up astrologically speaking. So you guys may have a Taurus 9th house or 7th house placement is an energy I'm picking up. So that would make you guys with a Taurus 9th house, a Cancer rising or a Scorpio rising. So that would put your water signs in fire houses with either of those placements for the rising signs, because what I'm feeling here is bringing emotional inspiration through really this commitment of aligning all your energies and harmonizing all your energies and healing the mental and emotional bodies as one, instead of separating them into different sections of healing, harmonizing them into one whole energy here. And that's a really, really beautiful thing. Wow. Wait, Taurus in the 9th house would not be Cancer rising. That would be oh my gosh, you guys, my brain is just shutting off. Okay, so you may have Cancer or Scorpio rising, or Taurus in the 9th house would put, I want to say it would be Taurus, Virgo rising. Okay, yeah. So you may have either earth in fire sign or fire houses, earth in fire houses, or water in fire houses. But I'm getting that energy in here. If you have Taurus in your 7th house, you would have the water energy in your fire signs. If you have Taurus in the 9th house, you would have earth energy in the fire signs. Either way, it can play out either way. You also don't have to have these placements, but I had to pause because my guides and your guides were like, wait. You've got to specify this one. Because it's important to realize how those energies are interplaying. So if you're my water fire pile, this is helping you understand the ways in which you can connect deeper to Mother Earth and Mother Gaia, as well as kind of get more grounded into your connections moving forward. Because that is an energy that I'm really, really strongly picking up here for you guys, is that there's this energy of being able to connect with others now, of this kind of blossoming within you, so that you know that now is the time to come out of your shell. Now is the time to stand firmly in who you are and what you're feeling and what you know and what the truth is, and being really grounded in your emotions, as though your emotions and you are best friends. Now is the time for you to do that. And that can be harnessed this moving forward. So we're going to look at your creative inspiration first with this card here and get the message from the back. And then we'll look at the clarity and the future. And we may or may not pull tarot cards. I'm kind of leaving that open energetically if the guides want them or not. So let's see what we have. We have obstacles. Do not dwell on how you are going to surmount obstacles presently in your way. 49. So that reduces to 49 reduces to a 4. You've got 13 and 4. And that's really this going through a transformative process of your foundational energies. Some of you may have been drawn to another pile. I do want to mention that. I'm not going to mention the pile because I've already filmed other piles, but you may have been drawn to another one. And I did pick that energy up in that other pile, but I didn't mention it in the other pile. I'm just mentioning it here. So if you were, please, by all means, if you feel called to that pile, there may be messages in there. If you were called to another pile, but you chose this one instead, that may mean that you've already transcended the other pile and the other pile's energies, and you're already far enough along to be in this energy, because what I'm getting here is the high level of commitment that you have made has put you in a place where you don't actually see obstacles anymore. And now it's almost as if the obstacles have become your inspiration. I'm getting this kind of like Knight of Wands energy with this obstacles card, which is ironic because it was that was a card in the other pile. It was like the background energy or the goal energy. And so I feel like this is just the next stage of that energy with you guys. So you may not need to watch it. I don't know why, like, it's almost like I'm getting this energy from your guides, like, please really, really use your discernment. And that was all of Sabine's reading, is making sure that you guys are in your awareness of discernment and everything moving forward. So please use your discernment to the highest extent here, because if you know that this is your energy, like, yeah, I've committed to this, and every time I see an obstacle, I actually get excited. And that's the energy that I get. It's like obstacles make you really excited because it gives you a chance to test your boundaries, test your limits, test your awareness, test your clarity, your faith, your truth, your belief in yourself. It's like you have completely shifted a mentality within your energy field that did not used to be there before, but now this mentality that used to get all like twisted up about obstacles and hardships is now in a state of like, bring it on, throw it at me, do what you need to do, because I will transcend it. I will overcome it. No matter what, I will do this. And that's really, really, really beautiful. Ooh, beautiful. Excuse me, guys. I had to burp. Someone in the comment section a while back told me that when I burp or like get the hiccups or yawn or anything like that on the channel, it's because I'm transmuting a lot of energy for the collective. And I think that's a really cool take on it. I always thought it was just me moving through spiritual energy, you know. But let's take a look at the clarity for the present moment. We have music. This is so funny. Okay, it says, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. The reason why I say this is so funny is because as I shuffle the cards and I put them out, but I don't look at the ones that are face down ever. Unless they like flip out and they're like, hey, we want to make ourselves known. And usually with those, I'll leave them face up, or I will ask how the energies are supposed to be set. But for the most part, and especially with your pile, I didn't look at anything. I didn't know what to expect with any of this. I was literally like jamming out to music for like 15 minutes in preparation for your pile. I was drawn to Spotify, drawn to listening to music. I was dancing around my house, dancing up and down the stairs. I was singing in my hallway. Like, it was such a strong energy that I was feeling. And I was like, I wonder if I'm going to mention this. And then I kind of put it out of my brain as I sat down to start channeling. And here it is right here. So music right now, for your clarity, music right now, you may be waking up in the morning and hearing songs. You may find that when you turn the radio on, or you get in the car or anything like that, and the radio comes on, whatever song is playing has a direct message for you at any given moment in time. So you may find that is one of the biggest things. Listen to the lyrics more than anything, is what I'm feeling, is listen to the lyrics of certain songs when it strikes you like, okay, the lyrics are telling me something. And really ask yourself what it's telling you about everything going on in your life right now. For other moments, it's like when a song starts, like I keep thinking of Don't Lose Sight by Lawrence. And that was one of the songs that I was listening to right before I started filming. The way that the beat is, it makes me want to dance. So you guys may be drawn to like shamanic drumming. You may be drawn to binaural beats. You may be drawn to HD music, which is neurodivergent designed music, where it plays in alternating speakers. That kind of music, like it calms me down, but there's always like this initial reaction whenever I hear 8D music. It makes me want to cry. It's like it helps me get my feelings and my emotions up to the surface and out by activating different parts of my brain. And again, this comes back to that Say Hi Key rune and working with the two hemispheres and harmonizing the two hemispheres. And now I'm realizing that we've been talking a lot about harmony and balance, and that is a huge purity within music. So music right now may be very, very clarifying for you. It might help clear your energy, and let yourself be led to the music. Let yourself feel it from the heart space. And I'm getting a lot of like empowered music. That's been really strong in my energy lately. Like I literally made an empowered woman playlist on Spotify because that has been the energy that my guides want me to get into every morning. Listen to something that makes me feel empowered, that makes me feel like I am myself, instead of waking up in the morning and diving into chaos energy. Wake up in the morning and be uplifted by the beauty that is music, harmony, melody, and even the dissonance in that, so that you reconnect with the commitment of being harmonious within yourself. Because every time you do that, you see every obstacle as an excitement, as a challenge, like, oh, this is going to be really fun. It's like being a daredevil in the spiritual sense or the creative sense. So let's continue on. We've got 12 with Gatherer. We have Pallas Athena, which is all about the wisdom and knowingness of when to move and when not to move, when to, kind of battle forward and when to take a step back and be really strategic with your motions and actions. And then we have Courage. I'm sorry. I can literally hear one of my subscribers going, there's that courage again. Yes, it is. It says divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear divine, may I feel your courage and your will. This is what that courage has been leading up to. I've been getting this message about being courageous for one of my piles for months, nearly the entire year of 2020. I've been getting this. This is literally about listening to music, allowing yourself to really get pumped up. I'm like hearing Eye of the Tiger now. And Eye of the Tiger is one of those like extremely like pump me up songs. And it's like, this helps you really gather your own strength, your own wisdom, your own courage. And Pallas Athena with courage is literally saying, you have everything that you need. This courage card literally confirms exactly what I said about the obstacles and how you're looking at it now as something exciting, something inspiring, something to be like, I have the courage and the commitment and the knowing and the willpower to move forward. I have the strategy and the awareness, and I have all of the tools and techniques and methods that I need to move forward. And I will do this because I have committed to this path. And that in and of itself speaks to that Halo collective energy that you're literally like taking personal accountability for anything that feels like a blockage to you. You're like, no, I'm not going to have this be a blockage. I'm not going to perceive it this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand in my power and move forward in this energy of, I got this. I know this. I got this. I can overcome anything. And in this current moment, right here and right now, music is helping you to really gather all of this energy to yourself, all of this balance and harmony to yourself, because as you listen to music, you're actually activating different parts of your brain to harmonize the same way the music is harmonic. And in doing so, you're gathering all the power that you have mentally and emotionally in order to move forward into your destined path, into your dreams. It's like unlocking the star card in a completely different way. It's knowing like the balance between your mind and your personal power. And especially with Pallas Athena here, And the yellow and the blue energy, it's this knowing and speaking your personal power into existence. It's being in that gray area, but understanding the beauty of the heart, understanding the beauty of harmony, and understanding the beauty of what we contain within ourselves. Sunflowers may be very, very significant to you, or yellow daisies. Yellow daisies are some of my all-time favorite flowers. All-time favorite flowers. Daisies are some of my all-time favorite flowers. I love daisies. They just have such an innocent purity energy to them. But yellow daisies are all about rejuvenating hope and rejuvenating faith and belief in oneself and real true happiness. And for yellow daisies to be a huge prominent energy to bring you clarity right now, it's literally saying hope, faith, and enlightenment are your huge moments of clarity right now so that you are ready to move forward. So let's see what faith in moving forward energy is here for you. We have protect your dreams. Yes, and look, she's literally holding her heart chakra. It says, you are the guardian of your precious dreams and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. This is how you are really moving forward. You're knowing when to share and when not to share. I get told a lot that I overshare or that I am too open. And there are so many parts of my life that are deep dreams that I have that no one knows about. No one knows about them because I know that the things that are closest to my heart, I protect with every ounce of my being. And I trust in the commitment that I've made to the divine and to my path. I trust in that being protected from them. And moving forward, there is this level and energy of having faith that your dreams are protected by the divine because you put such a huge protective bubble over them. But it's knowing that what you dream of is possible. It's knowing that the commitment that you make to making your dreams come true is absolutely protected by the divine, by your guides, by your spirit, by your higher self. You have this energy moving forward that is asking you to put utter faith that your dreams will come true, that they are protected, they are supported, they are loved by the divine, so that when you hit these obstacles, you remain in the energy of hope, optimism, happiness, and adventure so strongly. Let's keep going. We have 30 in Spirit of the East. Doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. And then we have, oh my God, the 7th house. What did I say? Taurus in the 7th house. Look at that. I love that. That excites me. Okay, so I did a reading a while back, and I can't remember which one it was specifically, but I do remember the message that came through because it's coming through again. There is a scene in one of the episodes of Ghost Whisperer in the very first season, and I want to say it's Ghost at the Crossing is the name of the episode. And it's about this little boy who dies by a train crashes into his car. And so he passes away. And the reason why the car was on the train tracks in the first place is because his mom and dad had bought a vehicle from somebody in the newspaper, and the guy had guaranteed that the vehicle was in pristine condition and everything like that, and it was a lemon. Like point blank, it was a lemon. They kept having problems with it. It kept stalling out, and the parents actually sued the man for negligence and wrongful death of their son. And the court sided with the prior owner of the vehicle. So the dad was like, someone has to pay. And he loaded a gun and he took it into his own hands and he went to their house. And the little boy, the ghost of the little boy, asked him to remember what he had taught his son. That when you're mad, when you have all these mad feelings, to put them in a ball, and to kick the ball as high as you can, kick it to the sky, kick it to the sun, and know that it'll be gone. And that energy is coming through again with the spirit of the East and doubt. It's like, take all of this doubt that you have, any doubt, any insecurities, any fears, take it all, any doubt in your ability to be courageous, in your connection to the divine, in your ability to make your dreams come true. Take all of this doubt and put it into a ball and form an energy ball of it, and then say, divine, I offer this to you, and then throw it up. Throw it to the sky, throw it to the heavens, and know that they will take it from you. Now, this is a lot about your dreams and being connected to other people here in the world. This commitment that you've made to connect with yourself is helping you to have healthy, harmonious, interpersonal relationships. But it requires you to be clear of mind moving forward. So the spirit of the East in this doubt is asking you to really allow yourself to step into that confidence and that assurance and trust in your feelings, to build that confidence up and allow yourself to come forward, because now is the time to see that it's safe for you to start coming into committed relationships and interpersonal relationships with other people. The seventh house is all about the way that you interact with other people. You guys may also be, might be a little bit off kilter because of what we've been talking about with Taurus in the seventh house. However, you may be an Aquarius rising or have Uranus strong in your chart. And I say that because this energy of the seventh house that I'm picking up, I'm getting a lot of Taurus energy. And with Taurus energy right now, Uranus is in Taurus. And so alternately, you could have, if you have Taurus in your seventh house, you could have Uranus transiting your seventh house, which has made a lot of your relationships feel very chaotic, very unsettled, very, just chaotic, kind of like up and down and all over the place, and has made you kind of question your own wisdom and the people that you have gathered around you. And this is helping you really clear that out so that moving forward, the dreams that you have of having like healthy connections can't be impacted by your doubt or your fear based off of the past. This is about clearing it out and using that wisdom that you have. Athena is incredibly wise. It's an incredibly wise energy. So spirit guides for pile 2. Can we get some guidance on them moving forward? Can we just get 3 simple cards? No, we're not. I'm not. There's 6 of them. You may feel like you have 2 paths. And Spirit's saying it depends. You could have 2 paths, or you could have one path of combining the 2 paths together. And think about music for a minute. You have the melody and you have the harmony, and you blend them together, and you have this beautiful, beautiful song that you move with. This is literally saying you can do that with whatever it is that you feel like you can't, that like you feel like you have to choose one or the other. This is saying that you can actually blend them together. Willow just started whining. All right, we've got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, see, there's that duality of like trying to push and pull between 2 energies. It's realizing that you're really only in competition with yourself, and that you don't have to battle between the 2. You can harmonize them. It's kind of like the energy that's right here in the middle, this gem that's in the middle. That's you. That's this commitment that you've made to balance and harmonizing these energies. And as you do that, you actually come into a space and an energy in which you realize that you already are on the same level with both of these things. So whatever dream it is that you have, it might be that you dream of having like a loving, committed relationship and committed business relationships, or a loving, committed relationship and a healthy, happy work environment. There's a multitude of ways that this is going to play out in your life, but it's saying you don't have to choose between the two. You don't have to battle between the two. You can harmonize them. You can balance them out. Yeah, see, Six of Pentacles. Exactly. It's an equal give and take. It's knowing that you can have them both. If you choose to nurture them so that and there we have the Five of Cups. It's this conflict energy here. But look, there's 3 cups next to her sitting upright, and these 2 cups are in the net. It's like you have all 5 cups. I've never read this card that way, but it's literally like you have all 5 cups. So you have everything that you need. You may feel like you're surrounded by conflict, but you're the balancer in the middle. So going forward, realize that what you give your time and your energy to is what you get back from it. So you don't need to give these energies out anymore. You get back because you're harmonizing. Look, we've got the King of Cups. It's coming into this deep emotional maturity and emotional awareness so that you don't feel like you're battling for inspiration, but you do use these moments of seeming obstacles as your spark, as your inspiration. Oh my gosh, I didn't even get that message until just now. It's seeing any of these moments. See, this Five of Cups is what you're putting into the ball and setting out because you have everything. You literally have all 5 cups. You've got to set these back up and refill them. And you can do that. You're a fish. You literally live in the ocean. So you have all of this emotional awareness, emotional maturity. All you have to do is realize that you can harmonize your mind with it, bring everything into balance because you have this emotional maturity, this emotional awareness. There is something here with fish. I don't know for sure what it is. You can let me know in the comment section below, like what energy of fish it is, because I kept getting drawn to this fish and drawn to the puffer fish. And there's just something really strong about fish. You maybe want to live by the ocean or are called to bodies of water. But this to me as well is a lot about water energy, a lot of water energy. So we've got water. Oh my God, I just realized we've got water, fire, and earth energy. And those are the main energies where I've been picking up. So this is about when you really harmonize this air energy into all of it, when you harmonize your mind and your emotions, your mentality is so clear now. Your emotionality is so clear because the truth is that you're coming into this King of Cups. Going from the Five of Cups to the King of Cups in that kind of spark is such a beautiful thing. It's realizing that you can take all of the things that feel like a strain and a stress and give to the parts that are right for you. It's like giving to the different parts of music that are right so that you can bring it all together and really like cast your net out for what you want to bring in, what you want to attract. Gosh, your tarot cards are speaking so different than I normally would say. I love this. I love this energy. I really love it. I'm so proud of you guys. I can feel it. Like you've really grounded yourself in balance, in harmony. You've really committed to bringing in what is right for you. And that's such a beautiful thing. And knowing that you don't have to battle against what is wrong for you because you're just attracting what is right. This is amazing. You guys are like steeped in this like feeling of confidence, feeling of truth. So moving forward, what you're asked to have faith in is your ability to just dispel any doubts and to really pull in what is right for you, what you dream of, what you want in your life. This is amazing. Wow. All right, guys, I'm not seeing anything else or hearing anything else, but I do want to say thank you so much for being here. I want to say thank you to your guides and mine for facilitating the connection between our energies. I want to say thank you so much to Spirit. Spirit, this was such an amazing, awesome energy to sit in and to be able to channel your messages through. And I am always so humbled and honored to do this. So thank you so much, Spirit. All right, pile 2. Don't forget to check out Sabine with Timeless Flux Tarot and her reading all about clearing the fog so we can free fall into adventure and really getting all of that clarity as much as you can and that awareness and discernment so that this is your path moving forward. I am so amazed by you, so proud of you, so awe-inspired right now. So thank you again for being here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Down in the description box are links to Sabine's reading with Timeless Pickacard Tarot, as well as links to donate to my channel, to my second channel, Rising Sign Messages. Make sure you check that out as well. And links to book a personal reading and check out my author page on Amazon for all of my guidebooks and self-help books. So this is all I'm seeing. I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comment section. Like, let me know about the fish. I want to know. But let me know how it resonated. Let other pile twos know that you guys are out there in a collective. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Hello, my lovely, beautiful pile 3. If you chose the Gentle Gardener and the Iava symbol, this is your message to chart your course forward. So if you guys did not catch Sabine with Timeless Pickacard Tarot's reading, her portion was about clearing the fog and the cloudiness and helping with discernment for moving forward. And mine is all about charting your path forward. So before we get into the messages, which I'm really excited for just based off of your core energy, I did want to explain these 4 cards on this side are going to be clarity in the right now. And then these 4 are faith moving forward. And then this core energy with the Creativity Oracle, the Gentle Gardener, the Iava, and the Halo are your kind of creative, inspirational energies. So, pile 3. First of all, I am sending you guys like the most uplifting energy if you choose to accept it. I want you guys to know, if you didn't catch my intro, I am channeling Reiki energy through this reading, and I am sending it to you guys if you choose to accept it. You don't have to. It is totally a personal choice for you, but I am channeling it through. And the core energy that yours is actually the Iava and the Halo combined together. And this I absolutely love for you guys, because if you have been feeling stuck, my darling pile 3s, we're going to unstick you. That's the kind of energy. I get this kind of mental stuckness with you. We're going to unstick you. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is this song that has been playing in my head since I set your energies up. The song that's been playing in my head since I set your energies up is Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original. And I'm hearing Gene Wilder in my head saying, "Come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination." And every time I look at this Gentle Gardener energy, and now my crown is like super tingly. I love this. I get that energy from you. I get this kind of like, it's time to dive into wonder. It's time to soak up this energy of imagination, of awe, of what can I create? And that I absolutely love, because the Iava stone or the Iava symbol has so many different layers to it. You guys are like an onion. You have so many different layers to you. And this stone, this symbol, first of all, was channeled and it symbolizes all 5 elements coming together. It symbolizes bringing together wind or air, water, fire, and earth into one, to spirit, creating the 5th element together. It's this bringing together of all of these things. And as all of these things come together, and this is something that I've talked about on my channel so many times, because I do this every time I take a shower. I do a spiritual cleanse using the elements, all 5 of them. So this is an energy that I love interacting with, because it is such a beautifully cleansing, healing energy. With the Halo, collectively, this is about your mind, your body, and your soul coming in to harmony together as all 5 elements come into harmony together. And it helps break you free of all of those conditioning beliefs of the past so that you can reparent yourself, so you can nourish yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, breaking free of any kind of external impact on your internal world so that you know and trust yourself, your journey, and your path intrinsically. And even more than that, this is about manifesting and manifesting in the present moment, the most beautiful present and future that you can imagine, and knowing that it's possible. It's about understanding how to work with the light and the dark and how to bring all of these things together into harmony and use it for a practical aspect in your life, but also use it to really free yourself from any projections or any negativity or anything like that. It even helps break addictions, and our mental patterns are addictive. In my second book, And What If, I actually talk about how anxiety can actually become an addiction without us realizing it. And it's this awareness that we break ourselves free of this constant negative pattern spiral that we can go down. And as we break ourselves of that, we realize that we were actually addicted to it because it's this negative biofeedback loop. And I feel like you guys have broken yourself free from this in a really big way in order to understand how the nature of all the elements really flow together and how you can use these elements, these unseen forces, to help lift you up, cleanse you, and give you the nourishment and the nurturing that you may not have had in your life. It's about learning how to be gentle with yourself and how to actually expect the best. I actually was brought back to my Let's Talk Lightworkers Law of Attraction, and how I put out, quote unquote, Monica's Law to kind of circumvent that mindset of Murphy's Law, where instead of saying what can go wrong will go wrong, saying what can go wrong will go right, what can go right will go better. And you use that as your foundational premise that no matter what happens in life, it's going to always get better from there. It's always going to improve. And that means that you too will always improve. Your awareness will always improve. Your ability to manifest will always improve. Your ability to move from the heart in safety and protection and understanding and balance and harmony and healing will always go better than it did the prior moment you did this. And it's this gentle cycle that you're moving into, where you're really learning how to love yourself in every different layer that you have. And this energy that I'm feeling with the gentle gardener, the Iava, the Helu, is like, let me bring out your inner child. Let me bring out your innate fairy energy, your wonder, your awe, your imagination. Let me bring out these parts of you. And this isn't from me. This is from your guides and from your angels. They really want you to allow them to come in and to help you bring all of these things into harmony, bring them all together harmoniously. When I look at this image, we've got a bird, we've got a fish, and we've got a land. I'd say it's probably a lizard, but it's like there's so many layers to it, but all the elements are coming together and flowing together and blending together. And it's like finding harmony in the most unusual places and unusual ways, but finding a way to bring everything into harmony, no matter how different they are, so that every emotion that you felt where it's just felt stuck and stagnant and as though you can't move forward, that gets released, that gets freed, for you to see that there's magic in everything and everyone and everywhere you go. And you are magic. You are the light of the world, and you're here to shine and light it up. And so your creative inspiration is literally inspiring me right now. So let's take a look at your creative inspiration before we get the clarity and the faith energies. All right. Oh my God, we have change. It says 43. For a change, do something you usually do a certain way in a different way. So this is really that getting yourself unstuck. It's about learning how to flow in a new way. It's learning how to connect in a different way, learning how to ask for help and let yourself be led to doing something different. One of the things that I noticed, and wow, okay, so I see how it's connected to this reading that I'm doing. So over the past couple of weeks, I've had Eliza and Cooper riding the bus to school instead of me driving them to school, so that I had more time during the day so I could film and edit and really work on my work stuff. But as I did that, I was getting into kind of this monotonous cycle, and I started feeling this kind of stuck and stagnant energy. But today I woke up and I was like, no, I'm going to be driving the kids to school. I didn't know why. I just knew I was going to be driving the kids to school. And lo and behold, we got a text. David got a text from his ex-wife that they had like the flu going through their house, and they asked if I could bring him to school, bring my stepson to school. And I was like, yeah, no, I was already up. I figured I was going to be doing it anyway. I didn't know why I knew. I just knew I did. And I changed up my schedule. I changed my energy. I changed the pattern of behaviors that I was in, or actions that I was in, that had me on this monotonous cycle for the past 2 weeks. And I changed it. And as soon as I did that, it broke that energy of feeling stagnant and feeling stuck. It was like the sun breaking through the clouds. It was coming out of the darkness finally. It's tiny changes that you can make that you don't even realize would impact you greatly. It's kind of like, there are moments where I'm like, okay, I need to go run this errand, and I would normally take a direct route, but my guides will show me a different course to drive. And I'll follow that course, and I'll find that like all of a sudden I have all these like license plates that are synchronistic numbers. Or I'll come across something and I'll be like, oh, I didn't even remember that I needed to do this. And then I remember something that was really important. And it's kind of like they knew it would jog my memory, or they knew that something would kind of awaken or become aware during that. And I really do tend to surrender to these moments more and more as I move forward, because every tiny little shift that you do, tiny little change in your patterns, your behaviors, your habits, every tiny change that you make moves you into a new energy. It moves you into a new awareness. It shifts you out of where you were before. And we can feel stuck. And when we feel stuck, it can actually build that kind of addictive energy, just like with anxiety. So one tiny change, going for a walk in a different neighborhood than what you normally would, or choosing a different coffee shop, just kind of shaking up your schedule. I'm trying to see, I'm seeing like a multitude, like someone walking on the beach, someone going out to a lake, to like a dock on a lake, and just kind of sitting there and being like, I never do this on my lunch break. I wonder why I don't do this on my lunch break. And then you go back to work and you like suddenly get a promotion, something like that. You've shifted the energy in one way in order to give to yourself again. And as you give to yourself, you start opening up that door for greater beauty and wonder and blessings to come in. And that's a really amazing thing, because this is the creative spark that you have, is being more gentle with yourself and loving the things that you do and loving yourself. And you guys have the card 2, and it's literally 222 right now. And it's just such a potent and powerful time for you guys, because once you start looking for ways to shift and change things around, you start moving yourself out of that stagnant energy. You start learning how to nourish and nurture yourself a lot more, and welcome in more light, and bring all of these elements together, and your life really takes off. So as your creative inspiration, it's quite literally just shift one thing today. What is one thing you can do differently today? Do you normally shower in the mornings? Shower at night. Do you normally brush your teeth before your shower, brush your teeth after? It's just something small that you can do to change the energy, to shift it up a bit. And it's going to waft in or like wash in this energy of like gentle, loving, nurturing balance and harmony with all the elements just kind of swirling around. I'm literally seeing like magical stuff. It's like literally fairy tale stuff. And guys, I realize that fairy tales are fairy tales for a reason, but I also realize that there is an inner child within each and every one of us that is yearning for us to believe in magic the way that Disney portrays magic. And if we believe in it, even if we don't see it, we still believe in it. We still light that candle and hold that firm for our inner child. Even something as simple as watching a Disney movie and allowing yourself to feel the possibility of what you're watching can give you a completely new perspective in life. And that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful, especially considering the fact that I feel from you guys that you are incredibly spiritual. And that means that this is a time, spiritually speaking, collectively speaking, this is a time where we feel heavier. We're just coming to the other side of Scorpio season. We're in Sagittarius season. There's a lot of energies that are still perpetuating from that past life energies, the past energies, those heavier energies. There's a lot of that there. And an undercurrent waiting for us to change, waiting for us to make that decision, to take that step, to move forward. That undercurrent is waiting for us to believe in magic again. It's just like in the Santa Claus. She says, believing isn't, or I think it's the sun. Yeah, I think it's in the first one. And he says, believing isn't seeing, or seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. When you believe in magic, you start seeing it at every turn. When you believe in yourself, you see how you can change your entire outlook, your entire life at every turn. And that is where you're moving from here, is this creative inspiration that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it this way instead. So let's take a look at clarity for the now. We have life energy. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Yes, I love that. And then 14 with Ivy, and I'm actually going to read this off for you guys, but I'm going to finish getting the cards first. We have companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will always open the way for all healthy relationships. And then we have the solar eclipse. See, and I knew I was picking up a lot of that energy from Scorpio season, because we did have a solar eclipse. It was a partial solar eclipse in Scorpio during Scorpio season with the Scorpio new moon. So let's read Ivy for you guys. It says, Ivy is a beautiful adaptive plant that doesn't require much nourishment for it to flourish. She reaches out her vines, easily making new friends with nearby plants and structures, trusting them to hold her as she stretches and expands. In that way, Ivy symbolizes love, loyalty, and establishing new connections. Pulling the Ivy card is highly favorable for seeking new relationships. My gosh. I love that. Oh, sorry. I got so distracted by how excited I am for you guys. The universe is smiling on new love, friendships, and business partnerships. You may even find a soulmate connection when this card comes to a reading. Additionally, this card is a signal to deepen existing relationships and to put more energy into your social self-care. Spend time with those you care about, call a lost friend, be present with those who equally support you, and watch as your relationships reach a new level of commitment. Trust that you will be held by those around you and you will be rewarded with limitless growth. I love that. I love that for you guys, because this tells me that you have been nurturing and nourishing yourself. And the change that's really being called is for you to learn how to fully embrace trusting that the connections and the companionship that are coming into your present moment, into the right now, are really there for you, really healthy for you. This life energy with the Ivy is saying, yes, it can be scary after all of this aloneness, after all of this work that you've done to really nourish yourself and nurture yourself and be there for yourself. Yes, it can be scary to open yourself back up when you have had these moments of going through hardship, whether it's through friendships, whether it's through relationships, whether it is through working life, or even just the relationship with yourself and the relationship with spirit. All of those things really came into a point of change for you during this solar eclipse. And every eclipse brings great, massive changes to our lives. So the clarity for right now is spirit is literally saying, and your guides are literally saying, you have so much love and support. When you think about Ivy has to have something to grow on. Otherwise, it just kind of, it can still crawl on the ground, but it doesn't have the same beauty to it when it's stuck on the ground. When it's able to climb up a fence or up a wall or, all of these things, you can really see how resilient and how expansive the Ivy is. So knowing that you have a firm foundation of love and support in your life really eclipses the fears that the shadows are being illuminated, those shadow fears being illuminated, so that you can change the perception and the energy around it by being very gentle with yourself and trusting in the help and the love and the support that you have from others, as well as from spirit and your spirit guides. So the energy right now that is giving you this clarity for moving forward is knowing that since that solar eclipse, you've really come to a place where you're being so divinely loved and supported as you learn to shine your light, as you learn to open yourself back up, as you make these changes to really blend and come together with others and within yourself. You really are being loved and supported. So let's see what faith you're being asked to hold on to moving forward. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I literally just said this. It says, believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern light says you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. See, this is exactly what I was feeling, that come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. It's believing in magic again. And the more that you open up this level of trust and your emotions, and you share your light and you step out of the fears and you move forward knowing that you have that love and support, you start to see the magic within you, within your connections, within everything in the world. You start feeling that connection to your inner child and bringing that forth in everything you do. And that's really beautiful. And look, we've got 25 with Sacred Temple. Literally your heart, your essence, your soul, who you are, your body. It's a sacred temple in this life. And loving yourself and knowing that the heart and the inner child that is within you is sacred, and believing in magic is a sacred act. We have 2 7s here, and 2 7s literally make 14. So it's literally like when you make a change and see the beauty, the magic in everything, and the way that you are a sacred temple of spirit, and the magic that you believe in is sacred. It's not foolish, it's sacred. And you nourish that and nurture that over time. You start understanding throughout this faith in moving forward that you're being asked to have, just how changing this belief really gives you the love and support that you need to really expand outward, to really become true to yourself. So we've got clarity. Oh my gosh. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. As I was talking about this sacred temple and change and the numbers and how they came together, because I'm not doing it the way that you should for numerology, but when it comes into my awareness, I just go with it. I was thinking about the fact that this is the clarity side and this is moving forward. So why am I taking this and going back? It's because you are pulling this strength of knowing that you are loved and supported forward, because that clarity of it helps you continue to believe in magic and see the sacredness of everything, including yourself, so that moving forward, you move in a state of utter clarity that no matter what changes you make, the more that you love yourself and nourish yourself and nurture yourself, the more that you give to yourself, the greater clarity you have in who you are, what you're meant for, and the connections that are coming in for you. It's like this clarity card is mixing companionship and ivy into one with the coloring. It's really beautiful. And then we have waxing crescent moon. So this is as the moon is growing in the sky. It's coming into this awareness. It's directly after the new moon, you're starting to go into a growth mode, an awareness mode. You're really starting to change through a lot of energies and a lot of awarenesses that you didn't have before. And through this clarity that you have, it's really helping you to continue making the changes that you need to. The waxing crescent moon is that growing phase, so that you can continue moving forward, and you will know when you hit that first quarter moon phase. When you hit that first quarter moon phase, that's your initiation point. As you grow in this awareness and you allow this expansion to happen, you learn what steps to take, when to take them, and how to take them. And through believing in magic and really engaging in the sacredness of your body and the intuition that you have within, it will give you all of the awareness and all of the guidance that you truly need to move forward. This is absolutely incredible. So, Spirit, can we get any further messages about what they are moving towards? It's almost like I just heard it doesn't matter the what, it's the how. It doesn't matter the what, it's the how. Yeah. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Now I get it. It doesn't matter the what, it matters the how. It's about moving forward in balance, moving forward in your power. Ace of Cups, moving forward in a state of being open to love. And then Four of Swords, being open and aware that you can balance out nurturing yourself, nourishing yourself, giving yourself the adequate amount of rest, filling your cup up as you need it, balancing work and play and family and friends and work and interpersonal relationships. It's knowing that you have this goal, this creation in mind. When I see the King of Wands, like almost everybody else, I get entrepreneurial vibes. It is the change maker, the innovator, the one that knows what it wants to create and goes after it. And you're doing this in a beautifully balanced energy. You know that you have the ability to balance and bring all these things together. And you're doing it from filling your cup up, from knowing that you're worthy of love and moving forward in this kind of open, loving state. And because of that, the more that you give yourself rest and relaxation, the more that you reflect on what's going on and you make these small changes over time, the more your light comes out brighter and brighter. And the more that you really tap into what you're here to do, where you're going from here. It's not about the what, it's about the how. How you move forward dictates what will happen. How you frame and structure the mentality determines what will come in for you. So this is about the how. It's then it did that autofocus thing that it hasn't done that in forever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is about how you move forward. This is about moving forward, trusting yourself, trusting your guidance. A lot of trust and love energy is here. A lot of honoring the self and honoring the clarity and honoring the connections that you have, because what happened in the past has been eclipsed out. And you can trust in that. And as you trust that, you grow ever clearer on your path. And moving forward, it's about how you move, the energy you bring into it. You're bringing this imaginative, beautiful, magical energy forward into the next phase, into the next year, into the next journey. whatever that means for you. And it doesn't have to be anything over complicated. That's why with this change, I keep getting little changes, small. It's like tweaking things here and there really, really changes everything for you and your path forward. It's about the how that I just keep getting. It's about the how. Do it in magic, do it in wonder, do it in awe, do it inspired. Move forward in a state of inspired, protected, loved, nourished, and uplifted energy, knowing that as you uplift others, they too will uplift you. Okay, pile 3. You guys have such beautiful energy, and I love, love, love this. And I love being able to tap into it, tap into your energy, and really work with this energy. I am so, so honored all the time. So I want to say thank you so much for being here. I want to say thank you to your guides and mine for facilitating the connection between our energies. I want to say thank you so much to Spirit. Spirit, you've been moving in such potent and powerful ways through the collective and through my life and through the lives of so many. And I truly appreciate how you show us how much we can trust the messages, the guidance, the clarity, and the connections that you bring into our lives. And I just want to say thank you from my heart to yours. Thank you. Okay, pile 3. Don't forget to check out Timeless Flex Tarot, Sabine with Timeless Flex Tarot, and her free falling into adventure with clearing the confusion and the cloudiness, clearing the fog. Make sure you check out her reading. Make sure that you guys, go down to the description box below and click on that link for her reading. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Down in the description box, aside from the link to Timeless Flex Tarot's video, you will find links to donate to my channel, to book a personal reading, as well as to my author page on Amazon, and links to my sister channel, Rising Sign Messages. Let me know in the comment section below how this resonated, how you guys are doing. Put just like a magic wand or, a crystal ball, something like that to signify that you are pile 3. And you guys are my rock stars. I love you guys so much. Thank you again. I will see you at my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 4. If you chose the education card, as well as this symbol, which I called the Tibetan fire serpent, but it's actually the Dumo symbol, and I knew it and I mispronounced it and I apologize, but it is the Dumo symbol. This is your message about charting your course forward. So I want to open with the kind of slip of the tongue, because if I mistakenly label something that I already knew, but like I'm sitting there and it just comes out, to me, there's something more here. And when I touch into Tibetan fire serpent, which is very reminiscent of this energy, this core energy, this is Dumo. It's the Tibetan dicomio, or the Tibetan master symbol. When I touch into Tibetan fire serpent energy, I got a lot of Kundalini energy, but this works on a whole nother level of Kundalini energy. And with Halu and the removing of blockages, this is like a deeper, more profound level of blockage removal. When we look at this education card, it's about how we learn in the world. In terms of your energies and where we're at, there's a lot here that is speaking to very ancient energy. The Dumo symbol is actually tied to not just like the Tibetan dicomio, as well as the dicomio, which is the master symbol in traditional Usui Reiki, but it's also tied to Atlantis. And it has another variation that is drawn slightly differently that is called the Atlantean dicomio. So this is the kind of middle ground between the traditional and the very ancient Atlantean that brings it together into harmony. So we're looking at a sort of very ancient energy with a more modern energy, which is ironic because it's the traditional that's the more modern, and then it brings it together into harmony with the Tibetan. And this is kind of an energy that we don't always know about or we don't always work with. But with this energy, it really asks you to go to the core, go deeper within yourself, really learn deeply. I'm actually getting a lot of Akashic record energy with you guys. So you may be drawn to learning and receiving messages from the Akashic field, from the Akashic records. And I would say the majority of the energy that I get here is learning mastery in certain realms and being willing to redefine the way that you educate yourself and the way that you learn things and find things within yourself and within the world. Now, I know I jumped directly into your message without explaining much of how the cards are set up and what the intentions are, but that message was coming through so strongly. So let's get into how this works. So in case you skipped the intro, I did want to let you guys know I am channeling Reiki energy during this reading, and you can choose to accept it if you wish. You don't have to, it's not a requirement, but it is free healing energy, which is going to flow for the duration of this reading. So you can choose to accept it, and it will flow right alongside these messages. Now because we're working with Dumo and with Helu energy, as well as this education card, this is about you creating a new structure and foundation of learning and educating yourself in a variety of different ways. But there's a lot of ancient wisdom that wants to awaken within you. And I'm getting this kind of transformational way of learning. It's kind of like, say, when I look at this card here, I get a lot of like, say goodbye to the ways in which you have structured how you learn and how do you educate yourself or are educated. It's kind of like release those old ways, allow it to be transformed. So as we move through this reading, this side of the cards are all about clarity in the present moment. And these right here are all about having faith and moving forward. The core energies here and up here are your creative inspiration. So right now, you guys may have been feeling a lot of like, I'm not finding that the traditional routes or the normal routes that I'm accustomed to in learning and educating myself, they're not working anymore. And I've been in that place. That place is so scary. For someone who's like an avid reader and I am avid educator for myself. I want to consume as much as I can, but there are times where the things that I'm consuming just suddenly don't work anymore. Whether it is, teachers on YouTube or different kind of courses and methods and techniques, or it's some sort of books like, self-help books. I've been talking a lot about me having read The Secret or me reading the book Signs, things like that, where I'm diving into different aspects and different perspectives within the spiritual realm from people's perspectives and their experiences. And these books carry a certain magic to them, and then they kind of fizzle out after I get past the phase. And it can be very defeating. It can feel like, how do I do this? Now, sometimes we create a mental blockage because we're like, okay, I have to learn this way. I have to go based off of this, or I have to be this specific way. And you can actually kind of solidify a sense of this is how it has to be. And because you think that's how it has to be, you actually block yourself from continuing to move forward. And it can start feeling like procrastination, like you can only focus on what doesn't work instead of trying to change what works. I get this like stone energy because we've got these like sculptures. That's the word. Thank you, Spirit. We've got these sculptures here, and they're built of stone. And what breaks down stone? Water. Water breaks down earth, breaks down stone. So when it's time to allow something to go, and there's a lot of like headstones and everything in a skeleton. So this is really about transformation. It's about allowing for that death and rebirth cycle to occur. When that needs to happen, it can be scary. It can be painful. You can be really confused. You know, just last night, I was texting and talking to Ember Moon Tarot, and I was talking to her about the fact that I felt so sad. I felt so sad. And granted, I was getting a lot of outside energies from people that were about to come into my life and you know, tell me about losses in the family and everything. And I was really feeling that sadness and that pain. At the same time, I am now I'm on the other end of having a nicotine addiction. And I don't have any vices left. It's very strange. For the first time in most of my life, I just don't have a vice that I go to in order to self-soothe or to, you know, fill a void within myself. So now whenever I come into an energy of something doesn't feel quite right, I have to learn how to navigate it in a new way. I have to educate myself on these pieces. I have to learn a new form of mastery. And that's really what the Tibetan Daikomyo or the Dumo energy is. It's learning a new form of mastery. And it's learning a new form of mastery that helps calm and soothe your heart, your mind, your soul. It's getting yourself re-educated and reacquainted with the ways in which you learn and speak with the universe. And especially speak with the universe. And I actually ran into this energy as kind of a precursor that I went through as I was writing my Mars retrograde guidebook, where I realized the universe was speaking to me in new ways. And the reason why is because I was becoming new. As I was moving through the energies, as I was giving up my vices, as I was healing addictions, as I was healing these things, I was becoming new. I was learning a new level of mastery. And it takes time. It takes time, and it takes moments where you get knocked back down into that place where it seems like you're almost in a graveyard in your life. And that requires compassion and dedication and self-discipline and allowing your emotions to really flow through, to realize that no matter how lost you may find yourself on this journey of mastery and growth and cleansing and healing and overcoming and becoming who you are and accountability and self-discipline, all these things that we do in the spiritual community and on the spiritual journey, no matter how many times you feel like you are walking through a desert or you are walking through a graveyard and you can't quite find your way across the bridge to the other side, no matter how many times, there will always be love and compassion coming in for you if you open yourself up to that energy from spirit and from the divine. Now, the Dumo symbol, when we talk about Atlantis, it channels a lot of ancient memories, ancient wisdom. And that kind of wisdom cannot be found in traditional methods in the world because ancient wisdom has been lost. Most of the records of Atlantis are contained, from my awareness, most of the true records of Atlantis are contained, I would guess, underwater or under ice. I actually have a theory that it might be Antarctica, that a chunk of Antarctica is actually part of Atlantis, but it's covered in ice. That's just a theory. I'm throwing it out there. But most of it is lost to the world as we know it right now, but it is still contained within the Akashic records. And in order to access the Akashic records, there's a level of trust and mastery that you have to have on your journey. And I don't say that lightly. Please understand, I never say things like that lightly. Like I don't say, you have to do this, 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 and this, or you have to be this, 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 and this in order to have or attain or access certain things. But I believe, because I work with the Akashic field so consistently, as it was one of the biggest callings that I had along my journey, that in order to truly access the energies that you guys are being called to access now, to find your inspiration within, there is a death and rebirth of the way that you learn coming in. So let's take a look at this creative inspiration card and the message on the back. Let go. What, if anything, can be done to let go of what is standing in your way? And that's the card 53. Oh my God, this is reflective energy. Are you guys a Virgo rising or Virgo 8th house? That's really weird, but because these add up to 8, I'm going to say you could have a Virgo 8, like 8th house placement could be Virgo, which would make you a Capricorn rising. That makes sense to me. With all the self-discipline energy. So you could have Virgo in your 8th house, which would make you a Capricorn rising. The reason why is because when I feel this letting go, it's like I need to analyze what needs to be let go. And if you feel like you're analyzing what needs to be let go of and how you can learn new ways of educating yourself, and you're hypercritical and hyper analytical, to me, that feels like you're trying to logic and reason your way through the mystery. And that can be really hard to navigate. That makes letting go really hard. But Virgos and Virgo energy to me is reflective energy. It's the mirror of the zodiac. Virgos will always reflect back to you what you are feeling at any given point in time. Even if it doesn't feel true to you, they will show you your truest self. It's really a beautiful thing. It's actually very reminiscent of both projectors and reflectors in human design as well, because they amplify. Reflectors will just be that reflective person back to you. They just really will amplify to you everything about yourself, the weaknesses and the strengths. But they do it in such a beautiful way. Actually, one of my best friends, one of my like true soulmates in this life, she's absolutely incredible. She's a human design reflector, and it was learning that made me just intrinsically trust her above and beyond how I had already automatically trusted her, because I'm a human design reflector, or not reflector, but projector. And I have run into many, many issues as my human design energy. And it's hard to deal and navigate through that. But if you're a human design reflector, you really are literally like a walking Virgo. No matter what your placements are, you're literally like a walking Virgo, because you just are the mirror to the truth of who we are. You can see the absolute best, but you also see the truth of others. And it's about learning that trust, learning that mastery, learning a new level of mastery. And with the halo symbol, it's learning a new level of mastery that makes you really stand in your authenticity, stand in your sense of accountability and saying, I know what I am worth. I know what I am meant for. I know what I am supposed to do here. And I won't let anybody dissuade me from doing that. I'm letting go of these old belief systems that say that I have to do things a certain way, or that I have to be this way, or that I have to fall into this, because I'm learning a new level of mastery over myself, over my path, over my mind, my body, my soul, over my spirit, over my ancient nature. And as you stand in that, as you move through that, you move into this new phase. And when you let go of old parts of yourself, you shed these exterior layers of who you used to be, because those were what made you safe at that given point in time. You actually have to go through this education process of yourself. You have to relearn yourself. And so what spirit is and your guides are really saying is you're stepping into this ancient like mastery of you, of energy, of what you're here doing, of this reflective energy that you carry. But it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes diligence, and it takes you really focusing on what steps you can take next to find yourself, to find what feels lost, because you're not lost, but there are pieces of you that are waiting to be rediscovered. There are pieces of you that have been lying dormant for years, for eons. For some of you, it feels like multiple lifetimes that are finally waking up in this life, because we live in a world and an energy right now that is primed and ready to awaken all the ancients and the ancient memories and the ancient wisdoms. And as we step forward into new levels of mastery and new levels based on our own personal accountabilities, when we really step into the truth of who we are and what we're here to do, and we do the work, And I know that I'm speaking to people who do the work because I can feel how dedicated you are to yourself in this journey. The more that you do that, the more awakens within you. And that raises the vibrations. It raises the frequency. It raises the elevation and light within the world. And it really does pour forth out of you in a very watery manner. Even though I get a lot of earth energy from you, I get a lot of water as well. But it's very tempered water. It's like you direct the flow of water. And for an earth sign to feel that, you have to be a Capricorn because that's just how that energy goes. So we're going to take a look at your clarity here in just a moment. Okay, guys, I apologize. I had a phone call from my husband because he just got delayed with work. And so I had to take that. But we're going to move on to getting clarity for right now on this letting go and re-educating yourself and coming into this mastery. So let's see what we have. Look at this. It says, look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So if some of you have, like, again, this comes back to that education energy, that book energy, that how you learn and what you learn. So if you were to say, open a book right now, and just find a passage and find, just kind of open it up. I'm trying to see, let me see. Okay. So it's kind of like I'm reading marked, and this is, as you guys can tell, really worn out because I've read this book so many times. And it's kind of like you go through and you look and you just see what pops out at you. You just look to see what you can find. So what I'm seeing is, be careful to keep legend and history separate in your mind. Now, that may be something that one of you needed to hear, but it took me a little while to find what felt right to say, what felt right to read. And that can be because you don't necessarily believe that you can find it in a book. I gotta say it. I've been kind of fighting this energy because I didn't want my own energy to infiltrate. But if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that this is how I channel, is it goes through the filter of my own awarenesses and my own experiences. So when this look in a book comes up, you might find that as you're reading certain books, and I'm picking up, reading books for pleasure are going to begin educating you. So funny because it actually plays into a conversation I had with Odessa Mall, where we talked about how we both had hit a point in our spiritual journeys where every time we watch something on TV, we watch a TV show, we watch a movie, anything like that, we learn a spiritual lesson, and how frustrating that can be until you realize, you know what, okay, it's fine, but I can still enjoy it and learn the lesson. That's kind of the energy that's coming through here. It's like you're going to start reading books, and you read books that you really enjoy. Like you're reading Harry Potter, and all of a sudden you're having all these massive revelations, and this great grand idea or creation starts coming forth and coming into your awareness. And you're like, oh my gosh, how did I get here? It's because you're using something that helps give you kind of a key or a gateway to moving out of that fearful energy of why you can't do something anymore. And it gives you that awareness of a new way that things are coming in. And I wouldn't give the example of looking in a book if it wasn't actually sitting here. So maybe it's time for you guys to go to the library. One of the repeating themes, I actually screenshot a comment that I had from someone on one of my recent videos where they talked about going to a little community library, because Odessa told me the same thing a few days ago about how she felt really pulled to do that. That may be something that you'll find is something that repeats. Books to me are an endless source of wisdom, of mystery, of magic, of awareness, of lessons. That's why I reread books so often. And I always, whenever it's a series, I go from the very beginning and I read it all the way through to the end, because you pick up so much more as you go. So it's really about that progressive mastery. And when you feel lost, try bookmancy. Try just rifling through the pages of a book and opening it up. Let your eyes scan the words and you'll find what you're looking for. You'll find the answers. Spirit wants to speak to you so strongly, but you have to let go of the old ways of learning and speaking with Spirit and communing with Spirit and learn these new ways. Allow yourself to be re-educated about yourself. And in that way, when you allow yourself to be re-educated about who you are and what you want, you stop looking at the problems and you start looking at the ways that you can solve it, the emotions that you need to express and get out, so that there isn't that blockage there. There isn't that perception of a blockage. So you start seeing the true reflection of yourself because you have really tapped in deeply into the energy of who you are. Yes, see, 6, darkness. It's going into the mystery of a new awareness, a new way of moving. You see, you've got darkness and you've got light. It's letting yourself learn something that is shrouded in what we would say is darkness, but is really insight, mystery. There's this high priestess energy here very strongly. You may feel like you need to learn your psychic gifts deeper, but don't know how to do that. And instead of getting stuck in the, how do I do that? How do I find it? How do I learn this? I can't do it this way. I don't have this resource. I don't have that resource. Let go of that. I don't, I can't, I won't. And start going, I can, I am, I can, I will. I am strong enough. I can do this. I will find a way. And the more that you shift that, the more you start seeing the way that shadow energy really cycles and feeds and feeds and feeds it. And then you don't feel so lost anymore. You start finding the truth of who you are once more. It takes a lot of courage for you to move forward in this path. It does. I can feel that. I can see it. But I know that you can do that. I know you can do that. And I also am picking up a very familiar energy, and I don't want to name names, but this is an energy and I can feel how much you have needed this message. And Spirit delivers when you let go. When you let go and you allow it to flow and allow this awareness to come in, Spirit will bring this message for you. And I love that. And I'm really grateful that it's here. All right, let's keep going. We have body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Again, this is relearning yourself. Your intuition, all of our intuitions are intricately tied to our physical body. My physical body will tell me when I should and should not engage in anything. I call it my spiritual alarm system, and it's my solar plexus. And when something comes into my energy field, or there's an offer that comes in, or I'm in an environment, in a group, in a place, anything like that, that is not right for me, for whatever reason, I will instantaneously feel like I got sucker punched in my solar plexus energy. It will feel off. It will feel bad. I will feel like throwing up. And this has been something that I have been learning about myself and educating about myself in ways that I can't find out in the world. But I learn it through a very off kilter, off the wall kind of way, that my body is speaking to me about the energy because it's interacting with my energy. And so my energy is going to signal. Learning how your intuition speaks to you on a physical level will help you to discern whether you're in darkness. The clarity that you need right now is seeing through the darkness, and your body is going to lead you there. And you have added help. Spirit is saying you have added help in the physical world in books. Maybe it's time to go to the library. I just keep feeling maybe it's time to go to the library. All right, let's keep going. We have Vesta. Yes, Vesta. Vesta is about that inner flame. Vesta is, and again, Vesta is the Vestal Virgins, and that again is tied to Virgo energy because Virgo is also associated with the Vestal Virgins. So that's, again, we're getting that Virgo 8th house energy because we've got that darkness in the Vesta here. And again, you don't have to have that placement, but that's the energy that I feel really strongly. So you could have Scorpio in your 6th house as well, because that it would be like an interplay of Virgo and 8th house energy. So that would mean putting Scorpio in the 6th house. That would make you a Gemini. It would make you a Gemini rising. If you guys wonder how I do that, if Scorpio is in the 6th house, the zodiac season after Scorpio would be Sagittarius. Sagittarius's opposite sign is Gemini. If it's in the 7th house, that's your descendant. Always your descendant will be the 7th house. No matter what sign system you're using, it will always be in the 7th house, which means your rising sign will always be directly opposite. So if you know the counterpart signs, you can do that with any placement by going to the 7th house from wherever you're at in the zodiac. Or, sometimes if you're in the 11th or 12th house, it's a lot easier to go to the 1st. But if you could be a Capricorn rising or a Gemini rising. That energy is really strong here. But Vesta is that energy of your inner flame. If you're walking through the darkness and you don't remember that you have an inner flame because you're holding on to the problems, the excuses, the hardships, the ways things aren't working, that's you being too wrapped up in the darkness. Vesta is here in the present moment inside your body, alighting you to remind you of who you are, to remind you of your own power, your own wisdom, to remind you to be careful to keep legend and history separate in your mind so that you know what happened before and you know what is an illusion and what isn't an illusion. Your body will tell you the truth. The darkness is not the enemy, but it may create an illusion if you don't remember that you have this light within you. So allow yourself in this present moment to find clarity in the ways that Spirit is calling for you, because it will help ignite that energy within you. It's like igniting that Kundalini energy all over again, or for some of you for the very first time. So let's see the faith that you need moving forward. We have wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desires and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Again, Virgo energy with that practicality. I love that. But when we say wish wisely, this is saying, think about the true nature of what you want. Think about the true nature of what feels right, what feels purposeful and good and desirable to you. Not what the rest of the world says, but what your heart says, what your soul says, what internally says is right for you. Because we can get so caught up in what everyone else says that we forget the truth of who we are. That's that don't, can't, won't energy. When you move yourself out of that and you start learning who you are and your true power and mastery here, your true ancientness, your true soul, that's when you move forward. As you are moving forward, have faith that you can trust your own heart above and beyond anything and anyone else in order to bring forth what you dream of your life being. You have to know that you are powerful. You have to know that you can do this. And Spirit is saying, trust yourself, educate yourself, get back in touch with who you are and love who you are, because you are a flame of spirit in this world. Your entire essence, your physical essence, your mental essence, your spiritual essence in this world is a flame of spirit. And so as you move forward, you can let go of the ways that everybody says you had to be and start teaching yourself new ways of being. And then trust that you have this wisdom to you, just like I was picking up with that high priestess energy. You have a very divine wisdom within you that knows where your heart is calling you to, that knows how to make your dreams come true and knows the practical steps to get there. You know this within you. You don't need anyone. You really don't need me to tell you this. But this is your confirmation of what you already know within. When something resonates here, it means that it's something that you already know and feel within your heart and within your soul. I am here telling you that you know the steps because Spirit will lead you in the way that you're meant to be led. Your body will show you, your mind will show you, books can show you. Even your darkness has wisdom within it, as long as you are willing to dive into it to find the flame that is hidden within it. And I know you are. I can feel it. All right. And then we have 17 with Medicine Woman. You are learning how to heal yourself. You are learning how to blend with you, with what is right for you, with Mother Nature, to really harness all of this, to kind of shed from you any masks, any illusions that have been created in order to step into the role of being the medicine for yourself and for your life. Even though this Medicine Woman card will talk about embracing medicine and being a healer, it's about you knowing that you have the ability to heal yourself. You have the ability to be powerful and magical and really tap into Mother Nature, really move deeply into this energy and unlock this ability within you to heal your life and the things in your life that you need healing on. It's that energy again of finding the pieces of yourself and pulling them back together. There's almost an energy of soul retrieval here that I'm feeling that is undergoing right now. But you have to have the faith in the process, the faith in yourself, the faith in and compassion for yourself and empathy for yourself on this journey. It's so, so important. All right, let's move forward. We have, look, yes, independence, moving forward, independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child. Dear Spirit, dear universe, please. This is saying, if you want this independence, this healing, this wisdom, this wish that you have of being independent, of moving forward in the right way, it's about learning to feed yourself on the inside, learning how to educate yourself on what you need, on this mastery internally, of this Kundalini mastery, this mastery of your inner light, of your inner darkness, of your body, of your mind, of your soul, of what it is that you need for yourself. Now I get why I was getting Harry Potter energy with the look in a book, because it's a child's book. It's a children's book. It appeals to many audiences, but for this sake, it's literally your inner child is thirsting for you to learn more about it, about that wisdom, about all that you contain. And then we have the waxing gibbous moon. And I'm actually going to consult the book on this. It's the Arcana of Astrology. And I know that it interprets each moon phase on its own, but with the waxing gibbous moon, it's about sharing. It says, as the moon begins to get smaller, you may feel an urge to share recently acquired knowledge with your community. Reflection doesn't always have to be a solitary act. Communication about your feelings can help prepare you for the upcoming stages. Look at it this way. If someone else's information could help you, wouldn't you want them to share it? You could also be feeling out of the loop or shunned by your community. Being ostracized hurts, and you should share how you feel with those around you. This behavior could be unintentional, so don't write anyone off yet. So this is this sharing energy. When you step into your independence, when you really pull all these things together, you can share your wishes, share them with the world. It's learning how to heal and then share the wisdom of the lessons that you've learned. And that's something that I do here all the time. I talk about the things that I have learned because I've gone through these repetitive cycles over and over and over again until I learned the lesson that I needed to learn. And I'm still learning the lessons every single day of my life. You're not alone in learning, but at a point moving forward, when you are ready, when you know where you're going, when you understand all of this about yourself, when you have trust in all that you have let go and trust in where you're being led, you won't feel that outsider energy. You will feel independent, true to yourself, and ready to share the truth of yourself in a very confident way. That is how you start taking practical steps to making your dreams come true. All right, Spirit, do we have any closing sentiments or messages or guidance for pile 4 moving forward? We have the Ace of Cups. I just heard, let me fill you up. Let me fill your cup. I know you are worried. I know you are fearful. I know you are scared. I know you feel right now as though you'll never have that filled cup, as though independence is a distant, it's like a faraway shore. It's like you're in a rowboat and it's this island and it's so far away. And every time you row closer, it feels like it moves further away. I know you feel this way, but I am telling you that that is not the case. I am telling you that I'm here to fill you up. I'm here to fulfill your cup. Look, 7, Chariot. This is your success. You will find this balance. You will find yourself. Remember the light that you have within. Allow me to fill your cup up. 2 of Pentacles. This is literally a collective energy of rebalancing the scales, rebalancing your life, rebalancing internally. Look, the Judgment call. You've been feeling this for a long time, and Spirit is saying, let me fill your cup up so you can move forward bravely, confidently, in your independence, balancing out the things in your life that need to be balanced, whatever responsibilities you feel have been out of balance that you have felt hindering you. When you go back to yourself and you allow Spirit to fill you back up, that's when you are able to move forward, knowing the balance between the darkness and light that you contain within yourself with this Chariot card and moving forward. And it doesn't matter how much it feels like you've been in the desert, because you are the camel, and the camel always has that nourishment, that water energy, always has that there. See, again, there's the water and the earth energy that I get. Know definitively that within your heart and soul, you have the ability to balance these things out and to hold 2 extremes, to hold 2 things in your hand and be balanced in them. You can do this moving forward, and moving forward, as long as you really allow Spirit to fill you, there should be no doubt. And I can say that, but I still feel that little hesitance with this energy. So trust Spirit and trust yourself. Trust the path forward. Know that you are on the right journey. Trust what you're doing. And 7 with the Chariot, and I literally just saw Cancer in the 7th house, makes you a Capricorn rising. So that energy is really coming through quite strongly with this pile. Some of you may want to check your progressed charts. If you are a Sagittarius rising, check your progressed chart and find out if you're a Capricorn ascendant in your progressed chart. That may help you understand your energy better. That just came through really strongly. Okay, pile 4, this is all I'm seeing. You guys actually ended up being the longest pile for the readings today. I was trying to keep them shorter this one, but you guys definitely ended up being the longer pile. But I felt like you guys just really needed this booster, really needed this clarity, and this, awareness moving forward. So I want to say thank you so much for being here, for being patient, for listening to these messages, and for allowing for the openness and the awareness. And remember, if you chose to accept the Reiki, please make sure you ground after this and drink a lot of water today. Get some good rest tonight. I just heard you'll be sleeping like a baby. That's beautiful. All right. I want to say thank you so much to your guides and mine for facilitating the connections between our energies. Thank you so much, Spirit. Spirit, I felt so much power and so much love that you have for this pile, and so much faith that you have for them, and knowingness of where they're going. And I hope and pray that this helped them feel more confident on the journey that they are undertaking right now. on their spiritual journey. And I am just very, very honored and very humbled to be able to bring these messages forth. So thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, guys, pile 4. If this resonated, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Make sure you guys go to the description box and check out Sabine's portion of this collab with Timeless Flux Tarot. My brain is like shutting down from channeling today. Make sure you go and check out Timeless Flux Tarots with, clearing the fog, clearing the cloudiness, and allow her messages really in to give you some more clarity as well. She is so, so beautifully insightful. And I just love her energy. And I swear every time I go to her channel, I swear I can feel the power of the sun down in Rio, just like radiating through her readings. And I love that feeling. So definitely make sure you guys check her out. There are also links to donate to my channel, to book a personal reading, and to my author page, as well as links to rising sign messages. So don't forget to check those out and let me know in the comment section below how this resonated. All right, that's all I have for you, pile 4s. I am sending you guys so much love and a huge energetic hug, and I love you guys so much, and I seriously, seriously appreciate you. So thank you again, and I will see you at my next reading. Bye.